Man, hold up, it's going down. It's your boy K Jizzle.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy Rob Rich, and this is the Car Chronicles. We live.
Say, man, it's going down. Say, good day. Too hot for me out here,
Yeah.
but a good day. How was your day, Rich?
Hey, man, I can't complain. This entrepreneur life is up and down. So today was a good day, but who knows what tomorrow bring? What about yours?
Wow, man, we just get it how we gotta get it, live it how we know.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? So, hey, I give all thanks to God in this. I'm gonna keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? But
Sure. Yep.
yeah, another episode. Car Chronicles
What we do.
Entrepreneurship Edition.
Yep. We're gonna jump into it. The importance of customer discovery. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Everybody out there, got their businesses, but at the end of the day, you gotta know who your ideal customer is, so you know exactly who to go after. Otherwise, you just got a product and you just putting it out there, and you don't even know who you need to market it to. So that's what we're gonna try to cover today.
Already. Now I had just found out about this. I some of it I was doing, some of it I wasn't. So now I understand what it is that you're supposed to do to help your business. And this is one of the best ways that I saw so far. People was like, man, my business grew like 250% after doing this. And I was like, wow, that's amazing. So yeah, this is gonna be interesting, you know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah, yeah. At the end of the day, man, these advertisers and all these people, they know exactly who they targeting to, and it's down all the way down to the whatever word you want to come to. Like they do tons and tons of research. Like I'm huge on data. Like people don't understand the importance of data, but they collect all that demographics and all that information for a reason because they know exactly who they're going after. So y'all, you know what I'm saying? You got a business, you need to know exactly who your target customer is. That way, when you out there selling or your product, service, or your good, if you spending money on advertising and marketing or however you need to go about it, you need to know who your customer is. That way you get a return on income. That way you can make the sales and stuff to support your business.
facts. And usually if you ain't done this type of research and done these type of things, you might be one that'll be why you sitting in one spot. You ain't going nowhere.
You know what I mean?
Just saying.
Hey, you got a point. I'm not gonna lie. When I first started my journey, you don't even think about that stuff. Like everybody got that if you build it, they will come mentality. And again, I always stress that that is not true because you are just a drop in the bucket. And it is a hard reality for entrepreneurs, but it is very true. You are just a drop in the bucket, especially with all the big players in whatever space that you decide to jump in. Like if you decide you came up with a new cereal, well, guess what? Kellogg's been out for years. So what can you do better than Kellogg? So you got to be able to know who your customer is to be able to get fair market share.
Facts. 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 That is all facts.
Man,
So uh I feel like in order for you to understand what we're talking about, you gotta understand what the words mean.
facts.
Uh I don't did I I'm trying to see if I can pull up the definition. Uh yeah, it's taking me a second. Trying to pull up the definition.
Hey, it happens.
But yeah, it's we we really man, I'm up here trying to and I gotta open up another tab.
All good. It's one of them situations where you're really trying to find out who your customer is. You need to find out what title they play in the company, what role they play, what demographic they is. Like people don't think that plays a part. And then you have to figure out where do they fit in the sales cycle. Like if you need to make a sale, who's the gatekeeper? Or you need to talk to the VP of sales, or is it the office manager that can make that decision. So this is really just digging deep into who the customer is.
Facts. Facts. Oh, I thought I had it. Man, this computer, I must be too far away from my Wi-Fi.
Hey, y'all jump in the comments, man. Y'all need to find out
Man, my bad.
who
I
you who
ain't-
your who your customer is, man. Like we really can dive deep up in this.
My
And it's
bad, child. I ain't even. Let me see if we got some comments.
some,
Not yet.
something you should do all the time in your business. You should always do customer discovery. I have tons of them and literally write them down. The name of the person, what did they do, you know, why are they interested in your product, what do they like about your product, good or service, is there something that you could do better about your product, good or service. Like these
Hmm.
you need to know, that way you know how to serve your customer, because at the end of the day your customer is going to tell you what they need. You have a product, good or service that you want to give to them, but it's not all already refined, because at the end of the day you feel like you selling to yourself. This is good for me, it works for me, but what's good for me might not be good for all. But you have the foundation of what may be good for all, but you really need to figure out what it is that they're asking for to be built on that foundation, and then people will come by it.
Uh, I thought you said okay. Well, yeah, that is true. If you have, yeah, that's true. I mean, it be like I said. I'm just now learning about it, so it get confusing at times for me.
No, understood.
You
And
know what I'm
I'll
saying?
say product, good or service, because it's hard to define it, and I try not to say, well, because I don't want to look at it from an I point of view. I'm trying to look at it from everybody's point of view. So I try to use uh examples for anything that anybody has or whatever like that. I mean, Oscar Mayer sells to a different customer base than Bar S. You know what I mean? Like Bar S is on the cheap end, Oscar Mayer's on the high end. Like that's a good way to look at it. There's several places that sell to Taco Bell. That's a great example that one of my mentors give to me. Taco Bell, if you think about it, three places sell tacos. So you got Taco Bell, who's on the low end. And then you might have, like the nice taco bar, whatever, in the shopping mall or whatever like that. And then you got the high end taco place, with the beer tacos and what I mean, the whole thing like that. It's still about a customer, because at the end of the day, Taco Bell has a 99-cent taco, but this place over here, this high end taco place,
Yeah.
serve you tacos too, but guess what? You're gonna pay $14.99 for them same tacos. But it's still about the customer. So the customer over here, Taco Bell, is essentially like people up late, people college students, people who's living on the budget, who can go out and go get that stuff. The people in the middle classes, people who can go out on a date, taking a spouse or whomever,
Yeah.
family member on a birthday party. And then you got the people who want to go to the nice $14 and $18 taco spots where it's business people. You might want to take a client there. You might want to have a nice drink. So all of them are selling tacos, but they all selling tacos to three different markets.
Mm.
And that's how you have to kind of look at it. That's how you have to kind of look at your product, good, or service. Who are you selling to? Am I trying to be, and it's not low class, middle class, upper class. It's literally just your price point. Am I selling for 99 cents? Am I selling for $9.99? Or am I selling for $19.99? And then your customer's gonna tell you what they want out of your product, good, or service for that price point.
Mm.
So you gotta look at it. Like it's true. It's so very true.
Let's see. Oh, dang. That is small. Hold on. Sharing the screen made it small. Oh, man. I can't read that. It's too small. That ain't gonna work. I can turn that off. But yeah, like the one thing that I was looking at with that the deal I was watching, like is you ask three questions. What are they? What why do you need them? How do you create them?
Exactly.
So I was like, okay, I get that. But it was just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how can I put it in words? I know you I know you're looking for your customer, But hey, what's going on, cuz? Um, but looking for your customer, like what if you don't have any customers?
Then now we've going back to like business 101. So the first thing that that is you have to assume that someone has a that needs your product, good or service, and then you can go out and test that assumption is what they say. You can test that assumption in multiple different ways according to product, goods or service, and we should do that. They call them lo-fi experiments. So I'll give you an example for what I did. Okay, so again, I have a mobile app, right? So my app is still active, like uh and I help people find shelter before severe weather or other natural disasters. So before I created my app, I had to test my assumption. Did people seek shelter before um, before tornadoes or severe weather happened? Like, were people looking for that type of stuff? So the way I tested my assumption was I went out and I made a Facebook group and asked all these people, "Are you seeking shelter?" And I would post in all of these different storm groups, all in Oklahoma and stuff like that. "Are you seeking shelter? Come over here, do this." So when storms actually came and it was tornado season was going on around here, I had a spreadsheet. And I had a whole list of people that said that I could use their shelters from going out and going to homeowners association and asking them. And then I had a whole list of people that would just email me and say, "Hey, I'm looking for shelter." And then manually, I was going behind the scenes saying, "Where do you stay at?" And I'm like, "Oh, okay, I got such and such name over here on the southwest side. You over here on the southeast side. That's 10 minutes from you. I can just connect you." So that lo-fi experiment, they call it the Wizard of Oz experiment. And the reason why they call it the Wizard of Oz experiment, because if you think about the movie Wizard of Oz, everybody was, "We got to go see wisdom from the great Oz," and all of this. And you went to the big, follow the yellow brick road, and we get to the big castle. But at the end, remember the Oz, when they got to Oz, the guy was standing behind the curtain. Remember, it was this little bitty guy back there operating all the things. So they
Mhm.
call it the Wizard of Oz because I made it seem like it was this big thing. And I do have an app and it's all great. But at the end of the day, it was me behind the scenes just connecting people or whatever like that. So I say that to say you have to test your assumption. So you can go out and say, is this a problem? And if this is a problem, people will tell you that it is a problem, and you can fix your solution or whatever accordingly. So that's how you test that.
Mm.
It's deep, bro. It's deep when you get out. Man, I'm telling you, these businesses know exactly what they're doing. They know how to get their customers. They know who exactly they're going after. And you really have to redefine and go after and target your customer before you can even really start to build your product, good, or service, because you need to even know if that is even needed in the market. Otherwise, you just spinning your wheels.
Okay. Okay. So I don't actually have to have people,
As in,
as in like, you know what I'm saying? Like, cuz it's an assumption.
it is an assumption. And
Hey, Annie.
and then you just have to test that assumption accordingly, according to whatever it is that you think that you assume is a problem. Then you just go test it. And again, you can do that multiple ways. I mean, I have lo-fi experiments or whatever like that. Obviously, I'll pass that information along to you. I'm not trying to promote, but obviously, if you want to know more, yes, you can always jump in with me on Wednesdays for free office hours. I'll be more than happy to go over lo-fi experiments with you, because there are tons of them, how you can test to make sure if your product, good, or services is needed in the market. And we can definitely go over that.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. It's crazy. So you really just go in there. What they saying? I'm turning it every time.
Cuz you alright? That's all I'm gonna say, cuz I hope you okay.
That's funny.
No, that I don't, what was that? That did, okay, I ain't gonna say nothing. We gonna keep that.
She was making her assumption to see if we was looking at the screen and seeing if we could answer. You know what I mean? There you go, straight like that.
Okay, okay,
Fair
Mm,
enough.
okay. We'll let you make it on that one, cause you know. But yeah. So, um, what was that other part of that video I had? It was a my bad. I put my hand over the screen.
High five.
Yeah, it breaks that part down like you said. So matter of fact, look, y'all go subscribe to Playbook UX. They have a lot of helpful stuff too on your biz for businesses. This video is like 5 years old, bro, if I'm right. So that you know what I'm saying? I think it is. I might be wrong. Don't quote me on that. But it says it says the same thing that you're saying, experience and researching of users and you know your demographic of or you know like where you're gonna be at specifically and target exact like you said probably like you the the big companies they know exactly who they targeting so you got to know exactly who you targeting in order for you to
Yeah. To
start generating money, including age group, everything, color.
I do
Like
that
I get it.
all the time. You go on Google Docs. It's broken down for you. You can go on Google Docs. You can create an online survey. I've done it multiple times. Go in there and create a survey and put questions. And everybody uses AI nowadays. You can go on there. You can create surveys and you can create questions according to what you want to ask people if they need your product or service without even saying it. And you can just do online surveys and you just start collecting data. But you always get demographic data. You want to know that stuff: male, female, age range, high school or education level. You want to know income level, like because you want to know that helps you with your point. They be like, well, why do I need to know income level? Well, then, do you want to price your stuff at $1, or do you want to price your stuff at $10,000? Because if most of the people who's responding to you and giving you answers are saying my income is between $102,000, then obviously you can probably sell your stuff at a higher price point or whatever like that. So those are the reasons that people collect all that data, and data is instrumental in growing your business. Plain and simple. Collect
Facts,
some kind of way, collect data.
facts. So this is what they went to this. Shout out to, like I said, Playbook. Y'all should go check this out. This is what they said on.
Why do I need a persona?
Hmm.
First, it will help you determine who you are creating your product or service for. This allows your team to be able to navigate design and feature decisions to meet the needs, motivations, and desires of your core customer. Also, by creating a persona, you'll be able to settle disputes amongst the product and design teams since you have a better way of understanding your primary customer's needs and expectations.
Say that,
It's deep.
yeah. I see because it says it's two types of man. Say it gets pretty deep, bro.
It gets pretty deep, bro. Like it gets pretty deep. I give you even another quick example. Everybody should know this. Not only does your TV, if you watch TV, when you scroll in Facebook and stuff like that, the ads that you see are 9 times out of 10 are not the same ads that I see. We may see one or two things that we see that's the same because we friends and we on the feed or whatever like that. But the stuff that we generally see every day are all different, and that's all because they collecting all of that data through your phone. What are you watching? What have you clicked on? What have you bought? All of that stuff sends data back, and they get that information, and then they market to you accordingly. And it happens to everybody. You can't do
Man,
it. Phone,
that's crazy.
yeah. Yeah, it is crazy. It is crazy.
That's crazy. I mean, to be able to, dang, you don't know, you can't watch nothing no more. Dang.
It's very, very, very specific marketing. Like it's very specific on how you go after or whatever it is. Like I may see something completely. I guarantee you, I see something completely different on my feed than what you see as far as just sponsored ads, and it's based off of everyday things like that we go into. What you buy in the grocery store, like I say, what you took a picture of, anything like that, all since data back, and that's how they do that.
How do you clear that out? Easy. Quit
Stay on.
subscribing to them channels. Stop it. The Lord,
Just
stop it.
if you can't put your phone down 100% completely, just be on the stuff that you absolutely 100% need to be on. Don't, you know what I mean? Like,
Unfollow.
except the Car Chronicles. That's the only
No,
one.
no, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
But
But
I mean, it does, but it gets deeper. Then they say, what is the customer's problem? And then they say how the customer currently solving that problem uh in that way. So again, I can just give you an example. People didn't have shelter and things like that of that nature, so nobody knew where the closest shelter was. Some people in the neighborhoods like have shelters in their homes and stuff like that, but unless you either somebody's neighbor or something like that, you wouldn't know that that person had a shelter. So that's how we did some more customer discovery, going out at homeowners association, and then I would just pitch at the homeowners associations and ask them, would you be willing to open up your shelter, in the case of severe weather? Most people said, yes, I already do it. I open it up for my neighbors or something because we neighbors. Some people said I wouldn't charge people, but then I got people where that was like, heck yeah, I charge somebody. Like it'd be like Airbnb. Why wouldn't I charge them? I charge somebody to do this and to charge somebody to do that. So that helps you with the customer discovery. Yeah, I pivot away from that. That's not my business model anymore. But now that it got bigger, we still doing that much customer discovery, and that's how I was able to get to the pivot of where I'm at now, whatever like that. When you take a pivot in your company, it's like starting from ground zero all over again. So yeah, and I had to find out what the current problem of what I was trying to solve now. So I know that all of the nonprofits that deal with the unhoused and stuff like that now, in order for them to have shelter for to see if shelter is available at another facility, it's just a big text group and email chain because I'm a part of it. And I see, oh, I'm looking for room for two people over here. So that's how I was able to do customer discovery and make a pivot and offering real-time bed availability. So how their problem was currently, they're texting and emailing to see if shelter's available. So then someone like me come in and be like, oh, I can solve their problem by offering you real-time bed availability. This nonprofit over here has 16 beds, 14 of them are gone. We still have two left. If you want to do that, then you can just go ahead and reserve that spot at another location and say, hey, I'm sending these two. I got people for those two beds. That way they already know that they're reserved and they can start to move people to other locations if need be. So I found the problem. I went in and solved the problem. You would think that somebody would have done this before, but it didn't happen.
hmm. I mean y'all wasn't up on game.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
paying attention.
I don't know any in Temple. It might be some, I can't say.
Anyway,
It any shelters in Temple.
Temple. Um, I'm not 100% sure about that. I know when I was down there and I did some research, I know some of like the VFW halls and stuff like that had reinforced shelters in Texas because I don't really think they get hit by tornadoes as much as like Oklahoma do. But I do know for a fact that some of them do like that, do have them down there.
Yeah, that is true. Sometimes we have them, boy.
Don't it?
For real, bro. Like, man, look, best thing I tell you, could look, get a mattress, go lay in the bathtub, put it over you.
Find your most interior wall, get in the most room with no outside walls, get in the most interior part of the house with the most around the walls, and yeah, just duck and pray. That's what they tell you to do, shelter in place. One of the things I don't agree with, but that's another story.
I get in my car, I'm running.
I'm gonna outrun this boy, yeah, for real.
I ain't finna mess around. Okay, now but yeah, it said a lot of stuff too. It had more stuff. Let me see. I don't know if it'll play, y'all. Let me see if it'll play. Cause I had clicked it off when I shouldn't have.
Could it?
Okay, there you go.
Expectations. There are two main types of personas: marketing personas and UX personas. We're going to focus on UX personas, which are created to help product teams empathize with a real group of people to understand their goals and aspirations. UX personas are created from various research methods and are used to drive product user experience.
Oh man.
Marketing personas are based on market research from your existing customers, which is useful for segmenting and targeting.
So the UX design is can you hear
Oh
me?
boy. Hey.
There we go. The UX design is is set up for how people use apps or use how people navigate inside of like mobile platforms and stuff like that. So that's UX design. They go in and they say it's easy for you to click here and this to be a drop down box, and you fill in this information like that. That's a UX design, because before you build an app, you go get a UX designer. They build the interface. They tell the software developer what the product is going to look like. So everything that you clicking on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok is UX design, and then software development comes in behind and says makes it look like what it looks like. But all of that was created from UX, people saying this is the flow of how this is going to go. People are going to swipe up like this. People are going to heart over here. This is going to be the share button. All of that comes from UX design. The marketing stuff comes from existing customers that you already have, that is giving you constant feedback because you send out surveys like every other respectable company does. Do you like this? What can we do better? Rate us on a scale. How likely are you able to do this like that? Like that stuff. You think they're sending you that stuff for no reason? They are. Like they sending it to you because that's what helps them design and get products to you faster.
Mm, okay.
It's deep.
Mm. It said one in Waco. What?
You, you headed to Waco to get away from the storm? You good?
I, I,
Oh,
I don't know what you want.
can I have some?
Leave that alone. Uh, yeah. So basically, that'll help me. I see it'll help me like organize the people that I am trying to target, so I ain't wasting my time. But also, giving more elaborate on what I am trying to do and what I am trying to accomplish.
Yeah,
I Yes, that's what you're saying.
that's exactly what I'm saying, because you you gonna know who you gonna get to target, who you exactly going after, and then once you really just, it's constant customer discovery. Like customer discovery is ongoing all the time. That's the reason for those surveys and all that. Like they want to know how to get better, and then the customer is constantly changing because your demographic at one point in time may be 18 to 25, but then at some point in time, what happens when the 18 to 25 that phases out? You got to try to find another way to market your product to the next people because the market has changed. You know what I mean? So the customer discovery process never stops. Like it never stops. You're constantly trying to figure out, how can I get better every day? Who can I sell to? Who can I sell to?
What what she say? I'm saying if a storm comes to Temple, I'm headed to Waco.
Run, Forbes, run.
You really think you gonna outrun this thing that's going?
We, hey, it's been a couple people up here that didn't died because of trying to outrun the tornadoes. Yeah, it's not a good look. It's not a good look at all. He said, I ain't even trying to hear all that. You definitely got a shelter in place, or you can just download that Shelter Share app and help us find nearby shelters, community centers, churches, all of that good stuff. You gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta stay safe out here in these streets. You gotta stay safe.
Cause sometime I don't know. You can't outrun no doggone storm.
Yeah, believe me, people have tried. People be flying from all over the world to come in here. Like they finna really start coming in the next couple of months to go chase a storm somewhere, and plenty of people have died. Trust me. And they be paying like people be paying like $2,000 to come chase storms, and then all of a sudden get hit by a tornado. Like, come on, I'm not doing that.
Nah, I'm trying to get somewhere else.
And not by tornado.
Wherever it's going, I'm trying to go the opposite.
On me,
If it's
on me.
going left, I'm going right.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know about moving out there now.
Ah, and well, and again, that's the thing. Here it is again about customer discovery and why I took a pivot for those reasons. One, people out here, we see a tornado, and unless it's coming directly, people be like, "Oh, let me go get a picture. Look, it's a tornado over there." So nobody really hides and goes, whatever. And then two, when you live here, we don't get enough storms that hit directly on the city. So we get 5 to 7 tornadoes a year, and none of them really hit the city. They mostly be out in rural areas. So that was the reason that I had to take a pivot in the company to grow it to the next level of why I started to go to the unhoused markets and all of that, because it just didn't happen. There's one particular city that get hit all the time, but hey,
I ain't gonna be able to do it.
don't move out there.
Nah, I ain't moving nowhere in Oklahoma now. I ain't
I
gonna be able to do it.
I think I've only been scared one time, and that's what made me build the app, and that was in like 2015. That was like the only time that I've ever lived here that I ever got scared thinking that the tornado was gonna hit. And I've seen two of them pretty much in person, but that one was the only one that scared me. So yeah.
Now, see, yeah, that's not finna happen. I'm not finna go out there and see it. Oh, look, oh,
Oh yeah. That's a running joke. That's a running joke. People just go out here and just go look at it and take pictures of it.
you better not. You the one that better not try to run from no doggone stuff. Somebody, I better not. You better not.
And I
You
be
better get on that app.
yeah, I be safe in the house. I don't be trying to deal with all of that.
For real, you better, man, you better download that app so you know where to go. Cause look here, cause you is not finna outrun no kind of storm. Please,
Yeah,
you lucky I can't say what I want to say.
it's definitely not recommended. And outside of the tornado itself, before the tornado come, it's usually hail or something to go with it. So you ain't running nowhere because you're gonna get beat to hell, no pun intended.
Get out the car, had knots like Elephant Man, but that's another story.
Yeah.
Shoot, I ain't playing no games. But yeah, it gets so deep. I didn't know that rabbit hole got so deep though. I done seen so many different ways. I was looking for the other one that I had, user persona, and it was, man, they had it broke down to the T in like a couple of minutes.
Yeah, you got to know exactly who you going after, or I mean, it is crazy that like they make you name them. When I do it, like it's literally a list. I write who the person is, what position or title is it that they play, even if they don't work for that company, just whatever they do. How are they currently solving their problem? Are you even interested in this product? Would you buy it? How much would you pay for this product or service? What value do you see in it? Like all of that stuff. And people are be more than willing to do that, especially when you start beta testing, if you're doing anything technical or whatever like that. But you can still do that with any other product, good or service. You just have to make sure that they want to do it. The homie got a cleaning service that does valet trash service. So he went out and knocked on apartment complex doors and said, "Hey, if you was able to set your trash right outside your door, and I could come pick it up for $10, would you do that?" And people said yes. So he was like, "Okay." So he got people, just the regular neighbor, just the people in the apartment complex to do it. Well, he was like, "Well, let me take this to the next level. I'm gonna go to the apartment managers and ask them that they can offer trash valet service to their residents as a value added option." So now he's an added value in two places. He didn't add a value for the residents by saying you can just put your trash right outside the door and somebody will come get it. He added value to the property because now the property can say, "Well, we offer trash valet service and we can raise our rent an extra $25 for something that's really not costing nothing." You see what I'm saying? So it was a little problem. He just found a little problem. He tested the assumption by going to knock on the doors. He solved the problem by going to the property managers, and now he does trash valet service. Like it's the smallest thing, but it really comes by knowing your customer. Now, also, I would have to say he didn't go over to whatever, because it's not a service that everybody can afford. I'll just put it that way. So everybody, it's not something that everybody can do. So here we go, customer discovery, know your customer. So we're gonna go to the apartments where they already paying eight, $9,000 a month or something like that. And we're not gonna go ask nobody who's buy or having to pay a, a copay or something like that. So it's still knowing your customer at the end of the day. But you can always test your assumption. Like you just have to be creative in testing your assumption to see if somebody wants your product, good, or service.
Mm. Y'all got that?
Y'all got that? Free game.
That ain't free. It's gonna cost you. Like, subscribe,
Share.
share the channel. It costs you. That's all it costs you though.
Yeah.
That's
Buddy, you getting free information, bro.
the first tornado that hit Waco, Texas. Hit Waco. Hit Waco. Went in the same direction. My cousin. What?
Okay. Wow.
Dang, I ain't even know this. See, that's how much I'm out to loot.
Man, them tornadoes is serious, bro. Like, yeah, it's severe damage. It's crazy to see after one happens and then to be able to drive out there to see it. It looked like a disaster zone.
Say you're not lying because when I was in Fort Worth, we used to work out there in Dallas, way out there. Boy, tornado hit them mansions. Talking about took whole roofs off of it. Just whole walls. You could see all the way in the house, bro. I don't even know how some of them houses are still standing.
Yeah, it's the craziest thing. Some people have safe rooms and stuff like that. So it's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy how deep it is.
Man, that is crazy.
Yeah, man. I challenge y'all, man. I challenge y'all in y'all business, man. Like, this is serious. Like, people be like, "Oh, it's entrepreneurship." Like, people take that seriously. So, like, this is valuable information, and this is information that you can go find out on the internet. But it's like, are you gonna understand it, or you could talk to somebody who's literally going through it every day, all day, and discovering this every day or whatever like that. So we literally just be on here trying to give y'all valuable information, man. Not trying to say, wolf tickets. We literally trying to help you get your business off the ground. And it doesn't matter what product, good, or service that you have. All of this information can pertain to you. If you use it and you apply it, I promise you your business will grow.
Already. Oh, I'm hitting the wrong thing.
Promise.
Already. Promise. And Yeah, the deal. I was looking for the one that I watched. It said the people. This one woman said, "Man, my stuff grew like 250%." Like, wow. So it is definitely something that you should look into. I'm gonna have to look that up for real, cause I ain't even know that. I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah, for real. And anytime
But
you find a storm, you find a shelter or something, shoot me an email and let me know where it's at so I can reach out to them.
see, there you go, right there. That's
Uh,
how. That's how you connect and get stuff going.
yeah,
You
you
know
got
what I'm saying?
discovery always. I'm telling you, it never stops.
Facts, big facts. But yeah, man. I don't know what else you.
What else you got coming up, man? I know you got the TBT show coming. We got
Oh
another.
yeah, I got another episode of that next week. I will have my fam that was in the comments. Missy, she's a very very interesting person.
Okay.
We grew up in the same type of church, so basically, it's gonna be talking about uh growing up in church, and it's gonna lead down a whole bunch of rabbit holes. Cause you know what I'm talking about. I'm not a mean person. I'm just an honest person, and I take accountability. I'm trying to learn to do that every time. But when I see some,
Gotta. If it's a fish, it's a fish, right?
I must say, hold up. I
Later.
don't know about that one, cuz.
That's gonna be interesting, bro. When you start saying growing up in church, everybody has different, thoughts about that, and then people be like, "Oh, I don't want to cross the line," and all of that. So, uh, yeah, that's a rabbit hole, and everybody had their own perspective about it. So, I'm gonna be tuned in. Y'all should definitely be tuned in. Y'all should definitely be
Definitely.
in and trying to see what y'all idea about growing up in church is, because we all had different Jesus walks, as Kanye would say.
For real. And um I think uh I don't know. I'm talking to Rich right now. See, Rich, he tried to put everything on me. So we was backstage talking, and I told him, I said, "Say, what's up with Sabrina? But she, you know." So Sabrina, I'm putting him on the spot.
He put me on the spot. You know what? I'm
I
open.
got you, cuz.
I think Sabrina, you should definitely spin the block with us. We should we should all chop it up one time, one day offline, and then if we feel that it's necessary, we should all either at least, if not all the time, you should definitely at least be a special guest co-host, 1 or 2,
Yeah,
something like that, and be able to tap in or something like that. So I'm open to it, but yeah, of course, it's all a conversation we all need to be had to see what direction we want the show to go in, because we all bring different strengths to it, and we all just I think once we all get on the same page, and why not? The more the merrier. We had a great conversation.
facts, facts. That was a good show. Even uh when we she interviewed us, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It was a good show. And I'm trying to work it out about the first guest about being a co-host.
Okay.
It's gonna be interesting. We we chop it. We gonna chop it up like her name say chop. We gonna chop it up.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, and we got some more stuff. I don't want to speak on it because I want them to have everything together. But it's some more shows coming. Say
Yeah.
man, the After Dark is coming. I'm just getting the theme together. It's
That's where it's
yeah, y'all gonna like this. This way y'all can speak freely. I ain't talking about just go in though, but you can speak freely.
big
You know what
freely.
I'm saying? We ain't gonna yeah,
Funny. That's funny.
yeah,
Definitely got some exciting things coming down the pipe. And I mean, like I say, this entrepreneurship edition is holding on. If y'all want more content, if this is what you want, we can definitely give it to you. I got plenty of people to talk to, got plenty of people to ask questions. Is what you need. So we trying to give you what you need. So if we need to make a pivot, we'll make a pivot just to give you what you need, because that's what we're here for. We're here to serve the customers. Although we still want to do what it is that we want to do as well, because we got to be able to speak on what we're good at. We can't be over here, you know what I'm saying, speaking
Big
about
fact.
airplanes if we can't fly airplanes. So
Let me go watch a couple YouTube videos.
okay, so I'll be right back. Let me go get in the simulator real quick. Okay, full throttle. That's all I know right now. So yeah,
Say, pull up, pull up.
pull up. Beep 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 beep. Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do. So again, serving the customer. So yes, I enjoy it, living the life. But again, y'all are the customer. Y'all tell us what it is that y'all want to see, and we will try to accommodate as much as possible.
Big facts. Big facts. So let us know. Like, subscribe to the channel. Say, man, told you, man, it's going down. We trying to be number one, but we want to help. It's other things we want to do, but y'all got to help us get out there so we can do for the communities.
Yeah,
We not
yeah,
trying to do one or two. We're trying to do wherever we step it. We trying to make something shake and bake there.
yeah.
So yeah,
Definitely got a lot going on. Like got community gardens going on. Got backpack giveaways coming up. Like this stuff is definitely going on. So like y'all definitely stay in with us or whatever like that, so we can get the information out to you, because I know you need it.
big facts, big facts. Yeah, and like I said, if you don't know now, you know.
Back.
Understand, we trying to help you out, man. We ain't trying to run your life. We ain't saying we all these experts, but say what we do know, we'll try to help you. The
That's
only
right.
way you get knowledge is by asking or reading it.
Right. Facts. And I always offer again, Wednesdays, tap in with me, jump in the DMs on Instagram or Facebook. Say, hey, bro, I heard you on the Car Chronicles. Like, can I tap in with you? And I will send you my calendar link. You can book a time with me. Again, yes, I do normally charge for that. I will hop on there for you all day Wednesdays. I literally did it today. All day
Mm,
I will hop on a call with you on Wednesday. We can go over your business. Like I enjoy doing it. I get a thrill out of it. And yeah, we can shape some things up for you.
big facts, big facts. Well, yeah, man. That's about it, man, for
Yeah,
this show, man. Appreciate y'all tapping in. Uh, Man, make sure y'all check out everything that we got going on. Go subscribe and follow Rob Rich, and make sure you go follow Shelter Share. Man, go share and follow Shelter Share, and make sure that you share and follow Truth Be Told Television, Car Chronicles, man. You know what I'm saying? We getting it in. You got something before we get up out of here?
about all I got, man. Follow up on that. Go follow us up on social media. We always try to keep content up, trying to give you information all the time. So like, subscribe, share, tell everybody to tap in with us on Wednesdays. Truth Be Told show coming up on Fridays. Like we really trying to give you what you want.
Already. And I'm trying to tap in more, which on the live. So y'all start checking out them lives that I'ma tap in at on lunch break and stuff like that, or whenever I'm just gonna say something, just I might have been going through something and I'm gonna say whatever. Try to give you something good that came that I see out of it. So
Yes, sir.
yeah, man. Get with us, baby. It's going down, man. Car Chronicles. It's
Yeah,
your boy DJ K Jizzle.
man, it's your boy Rob Rich. It's the Car Chronicles. We out.
Peace.